friends, this is Lydia with Applique Market. Today I want to talk to you about what I consider the basic tools of the trade. This is sort of a quick grouping of things that I think are essential and I use frequently. Now, the most important thing in this set are my applique scissors, and that's these. My favorite are Westcott. These are titanium 4-inch curved. Hopefully you can see the curve. Basically the tip just goes up a little bit. And you can order these on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart. Pretty much any place has them, but they're very lightweight, which I like. They've got a little rubbery insert here so that the inside of your scissors has a nice grip, but they are great for applique. You can get very close to the fabric next to your tack down stitch and get clean cuts every time. So this would be my #1 must-have tool to do an applique or any type of embroidery. So applique scissors. I actually do have this many pairs of scissors and I do use all of them. These are my pinking shears. I actually use this to cut my comfort cover or my tender touch. This is the soft backing that goes on the back side of your applique. It's the part that this touches the skin of the person wearing the shirt, so it's soft and the stitches don't scratch them. But I do cut mine with pinking shears because I feel like it stays a little bit better and doesn't fray. The next thing, these are my fabric scissors. These are just Fisker's scissors. I've had them for years and years and years and they've never dulled. That's mainly because these are my fabric scissors. I do not cut anything but fabric with these. So I recommend getting a very sharp pair of scissors. You can go to Joann Fabrics. They have a huge selection. Check at Amazon. You can find a really great pair for not much money, or you can invest in some, and that's not a bad thing to do. But just make sure that whatever you get, you only use it for fabric, and it will keep those blades nice and sharp. These are my paper scissors. I cut any type of paper, and that includes my tearaway stabilizers. Anything else that's, you know, a ribbon or anything that, not a fabric ribbon, like a raffia type ribbon, but anything that's paper related, I do have paper scissors. So, you know, when you see those things on the internet that say, don't touch my fabric scissors, that is a real thing, friends. So fabric scissors, paper scissors, don't get them confused. These are my little snips. I have just recently started using these, but I find that although my applique scissors are great and I love them, sometimes I need a little bit closer of a trim. If my machine didn't completely pull away a piece of thread and there's, you know, the little thread tail sticking out, this gets right up close to the bottom of that thread and snips it away completely. These are from sewingmachine.com. So invest in a pair of those. They're $2 or $3 or $4, so very, very cheap. Inexpensive. They're not cheap, excuse me. So I also, a seam ripper, must have. This is actually a custom seam ripper that I had made. I don't think the person that made it is in business any longer, but I would suggest looking on Etsy. I'm sure you can find someone to make it. The other end is just a point, and I use that making raggy patches and that sort of thing anytime I need to fray a fabric. But definitely you need a seam ripper because unfortunately you are going to have to rip a seam or pull out stitches eventually. The next item are tweezers. These are my preferred tweezers. These are actually medical tweezers that were my grandmother's. She was a nurse, but she got them and actually used them at home, like kept them in her makeup bag. So these are just mine. They're long. This is about 6 inches, so I like it, and it's got the grooves on the inside of the tip. So most any piece of thread that gets caught and I need to pull out, these will grip it. They're great. I'm sure you can get them probably on Amazon, online, medical supply store, if you have something like that local. I don't think they're very hard to find. Another item is a lint roller, a lint brush. You're just going to need this. You're going to find all kinds of uses for it. Loose threads, any kind of fuzz from your stabilizers after you've cut it away. Sometimes I just use mine to kind of clean up my work surface, especially if I've worked with burlap or something like that. Pins, for obvious reasons, pinning down any type of project to your hoop if you need a little extra stability, or if you're floating something, that means where you're not actually hooping it, but you're just laying the item on there, you'll need pins. My basting adhesive or my spray adhesive, this is the brand I like and use. I attach my cutaway poly mesh on the back of my applique shirts with this. Sometimes it's also good if you want to spray a little bit before you lay down your fabric on your applique so that it doesn't bunch up as the tack down stitch goes around. Another must have. I have these little clips that I like. I actually found these, about a pack of 10 or 12 at a yard sale for $3 from a guy who was trying to clean out his workspace. So I've seen these at Harbor Freight. I've seen them at Walmart. I'm sure Home Depot, Lowe's, those sort of places have them. But this one is metal, and it's got the little rubbery grip, and it's about a 2-inch. So these are little 2-inch clips. I have them in various sizes, but these are the size I use the most, and I have a couple of cupfuls of them. This is a quilting weight. Honestly, I got this at a store in New York City, so I'm not exactly sure where you can buy these, but again, I would go to Amazon first. I use this if I have a onesie, especially, or a very small shirt. I will use it in the bottom of the onesie, and this is on a multi-needle, so that the onesie hangs away and doesn't get caught up as the needle is stitching up here. So it basically just keeps the bottom of the back of the onesie away from the stitch area. So it's just a weight, basically. Rulers. You definitely need rulers. I love this one because I can kind of curve it. This is a flexi ruler. I can curve it around if I need an exact measurement. You can also use, a tape measure for that. And then I like this one because it's clear and it's broken down a little more in the units of measurement. So, oh, and one more thing. This is just a regular lighter. I don't use this as often, but sometimes if I add a bow, like a grosgrain ribbon bow on a design, I will seal the ends with this. So this is good to have for that, but that's pretty much the only time you'll use it. So, and of course, last but not least, an iron. You really need a good iron. I actually have gone through several Rowentas. I love them, but do invest in it. I recommend buying it from Bed Bath & Beyond because they do have a warranty and will take it back if it quits working. Make sure you get the one that is made in Germany. See, made in Germany. Don't get the ones that are made anywhere else. This is a 1700 watt and it's a steam iron. It also says it's a high precision, which means it has got a very sharp nose or tip on it, which is great for pressing down your fabrics on your applique. So, hopefully that helps you if you're just getting started in applique or embroidery. Again, these are my must-haves for a beginner embroiderer or doing an applique. So, thanks for joining me, and I hope this helped.